Just before we get into the ceremony today, we're just going to take a few moments to do something a little bit different, something that we don't always do. Through the busyness of life, we can often miss these amazing moments. Probably not comprehend how blessed we really are, or take for granted the love of an amazing couple like these guys here. When I do weddings, I often tell brides when they come down the aisle to take a pause at the top, to stop, to breathe it all in, to take it in, and to just absorb what is going on. And so we're going to do that right now. We're just going to take a quiet moment to appreciate this amazing couple, put aside the distractions of the day and our surroundings, and stand with them and celebrate this sacred moment. So it's going to take a few moments just to breathe it all in. Travelled a long way to be here, not just in recent days from your home in sunny San Diego, but also through the trials and tribulations of life, through the joys and the amazing moments, through the adventures and, dare I say, the obstacles that you've conquered on your own journeys. Now you're going to face the excitement and the challenges together. There'll be time for endless discussions about what happens on the mail route, who built the Lorne pier. If anyone needs to know who built the Lorne pier and when, please ask Bill, he's an expert in this. Open ocean swims and beers at the society bar, I'm sure, are in order. Bill and Anne have chosen a reading, which I think is quite appropriate, called Love by the Sea. Standing beside this ocean's tide, may your love always be constant and unchanging. Like these never-ending waves dancing beneath our feet, flowing endlessly from the depths of the sea. Love came softly upon your hearts, as foam laps softly upon the sand. And just as there will never be a morning without this ocean's flow, so there will never be a day without your love for one another. As today you pledge yourselves together forever, this love will be unchanging, dependable like the tide. Waters nourish the earth and sustain life, and so too may your constant devotion nourish and sustain one another until the end of time. When you've been around as long as I have, and you've done as many weddings as I have, you get the ability to size up couples fairly quickly. Due to the fact that we organised this wedding pretty much over the internet, which is no mean feat, we didn't get a chance to meet until yesterday. But through our correspondence and our brief meeting, I had the profound sense that Bill and Anne are very deeply connected and very much in love. I get the feeling from meeting them that this is a union of equal parts, not one lording it over the other, but two complete people coming together to make a brilliant couple. This is a couple, I think you'll agree, who are easy to be around. This is a couple that makes you feel definitely at home. And this is a couple whose marriage will be an example to those who've perhaps given up on the idea of love. I'd just like to quickly share Bill and Anne's story on first how they met. I'm sure most of you know the story. I've added a little bit of poetic license. I think the story makes for a fantastic TV soap opera. But anyway, here we go. It would appear from the telling of the tale that Bill was keen on things other than mail. It seems he spent a great deal of time loitering near Anne's house under the pretense that she had a lovely olive tree. I won't go so far as to use the term stalking. Let's just say that he was focused and attentive, to the point that Anne's mum had previously given him chocolates and suggested that he was a very nice fellow. Always get mum on side early, I say. From under the tree and across the lawn, Bill's eyes on Anne did occasionally fall. But no meeting had they, no sweet nothings to pledge, as Anne sought refuge behind her mum's bench. Very good. Which is apparently true. But then one day the planets aligned and by accident they stopped to chat. Bill was taking a break, as usual, under the olive tree after delivering the mail, and Anne interrupted Bill reading her mum's magazine to ask a serious question. "Oh hi, are you waiting for my letters?" she joked as she walked up to his truck. As his heart pounded and his palms became sweaty, he announced in his best Paul Hogan masculine voice, "Why yes I am." And he gazed straight into her eyes. They talked about all manner of things, but in true Aussie fashion, Bill turned the conversation to that romantic topic of beer. Swept up by his ravishing good looks, winning charm and beer talk, Anne invited Bill out for a drink on Saturday night. Now, in what can only be classified as the most potential disaster of the century, Bill declined Anne's offer with the poorest excuse I've ever heard, which is, I have a race on Sunday morning, so I have to be in bed by 9:30. Dear me. Despite this appalling behaviour, Anne stiffens the upper lip, smiles and says, okay. 5 minutes later, he comes to his senses, summons all of his courage, nearly bashes down her door, throws caution to the wind and declares to the world, God, what was I thinking? Of course I'll go out with you. Is that fairly true? All right. And so the tall mailman from down under overcame his astonishing blunder, took the lovely lass out for beer, good conversation, and as I understand it, coconut strawberry ice cream. So well played, sir. Despite his late night shenanigans, he goes on to win his race and upholds the good reputation of romantic Australian men all over the world. Quite a gripping and romantic tale which seemed to suggest that pursuing a woman from the front of her house with beer stories definitely reaps rewards. As part of our preparation for today, I asked them to tell me 3 things that they love about each other. Now, normally I get things like sense of humour, her cooking, or the way she smiles. These guys are definitely in love because I have a lot of things. 3 things that Anne loves about Bill. She loves Bill's great appreciation of the small things in life. A cup of hot coffee in bed in the morning, the light filtering through trees in the canyon on a misty morning, and his love of their silly dogs. Almost every morning he says with full conviction, this is the greatest morning of my life. She loves Bill's boundless energy for people. He gives all he has to one of the most important endeavours of everyday life, and that is his relationships. His people love him, and he would give anything for his friends. And most of all, she loves Bill's love of her. He makes her feel special, beautiful, and loved. His love is without judgment, with full sincerity, plenty of gentle humour and intelligence, and she is honoured to be with you here today. 3 things that Bill loves about Anne. Bill loves that Anne is open to adventure and possibilities. He wrote, how incredible that a person can hang glide, I didn't know this, windsurf, telemark ski in the backcountry, and then move to San Diego after the country life and become a competent long-distance open water swimmer, ready to race a few miles in high surf and chop. So well done. Bill loves that Anne is open and accepting of their differences. At their advanced age, Bill's words, not mine. They bring together decades of experiences that have shaped them in different countries and different cultures, from music to spirituality to diet and to humour. Who else could Bill let walk out of a Peter Hook from Joy Division concert after 3 songs after he'd spent 3 decades waiting to be 3 feet from him live or live? He poses the question, I think it's a great question, could it be the pure happiness of the pure hoppiness of West Coast craft brewing that binds? I think there's something in that for everyone. And finally, Bill loves that Anne is open to being a team player or an individual, a collaborator or a critic. Ready to love unconditionally, ready to outlay the conditions that will make their love stronger. To live and love as one while retaining their individual sense of self. Amazing reasons to get married today. Bill and Anne, in just a few moments, you will publicly express your love and pledge yourselves to each other for the rest of your life in the sacred covenant of marriage. I feel confident that you stand before me as 2 people, totally committed to each other, mature, fully in love. And if you remain faithful to the vows which you will shortly make, your life together will be a blessing, not only to yourselves, but also to all these wonderful people here. As an expression that your hearts are bound together in love, I ask you, Bill, to come to my side. And if you'd like to come over and would you like to pass something to someone?
Karen, hold on.
Yeah.
We just join hands. legally authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to the law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of this relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. I'm now going to ask the couple to declare their intentions together. Declare their intentions to each other. The correct answer is I do. Do you, Bill Dusty, take this woman whose hands you hold to be your wife?
I do.
To love her, comfort her, support her through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, to honour her at all times and in every way, and be faithful to her, forsaking all others.
I do.
Well done. Do you, Anne Glassy, take this man whose hands you hold to be your husband, to love him, comfort him, support him through good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to honour him at all times in every way, and be faithful to him, forsaking all others?
I do.
Well done.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Anne Elizabeth Glassy, take you, William Henry Dusset, to be my lawful wedded husband. I love you. You are my best friend. Today I give myself to you in marriage. I promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you, and to comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when our love is simple, when it is an effort. I promise to cherish you and to always hold you in highest regard. These things I give to you today and all the days of our lives.
You're very well done. Beautiful.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, William Henry Dusty, take you, Anne Elizabeth Glassy, to be my lawful wedded wife. I love you. You are my best friend. Today I give myself to you in marriage. I promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you and to comfort you in times of sorrow and in struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when our love is simple and when it is an effort. I promise to cherish you and to always hold you in highest regard. These things I give to you today and all the days of our lives.
Gollum should be the ring bearer.
The circle of the ring has no beginning and no end.
Circle of the ring.
That's right, I'll say that. That's okay. My apologies. The circle of the ring has no beginning and no end. It represents the endurance of our covenant today. May it remind you of your commitment to love and delight in one another. Remember that from now on you shall be as one. Repeat after me, sir. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of my love and commitment
as a sign of my love and commitment
to our life together.
to our life together.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of my love and commitment
as a sign of my love and commitment
to our life together.
to our life together. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty.
That ain't coming off, Bill.
Get those extra small.
That's it.
The second reading this afternoon is a fantastic reading called Come Live With Me and Be My Love. Come live with me and be my love. We'll lay and watch the skies above. I'll take you out upon the sea and show you what it means to me. The wind will be calm yet lightly blowing. The cabin's warm with oils glowing. Just think of us upon this ocean, sipping tea as a soothing potion. I'll climb up high into the ring above to share the starry night with you, my love. The sails will be full with autumn's breeze, our bow dipping gracefully into the glowing seas. And as we dig into my coffers deep, you shall behold the things that make women weep. Bottles of wine from the finest vineyards, and wool from only the most renowned spinners. These things and more can fully your own, but mostly the beauty that the sea has shown. The most graceful corpses will be swimming by as the seabirds sing with their siren-like cry. Precious few have answered our ocean's calling, shouting out with eyes bright and bawling. So take this proposal and fly like the dove, to come with me and be my love. Well, Bill and Anne have consented to live together in the covenant of marriage by their pledging of faithfulness to each other as witnessed here today before all you lovely people, and as acknowledged by the exchange of rings. By the power vested in me, I now declare that they are husband and wife.
Well done.
Hang on, I didn't get that again.
Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you now for the very first time Bill Dusting and Anne Glassy, husband and wife. Bill and Anne, who once traveled separate paths and now are one.
Well done. Bravo.
Bravo. Well done.
You're allowed to. Thank you. I'll give him a kiss.